Welcome back to No Bad Seats, and it is our news episode. There's been a lot of stuff happening over the last week.
There has. The last couple of weeks, because we haven't done this in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we haven't. So, yeah, let's jump into the news. What do you got?
I mean, one of the first things was just how well Spider-Man has done.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing to see.
Yes.
Really cool.
It's amazing for Spider-Man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very amazing. Spectacular
even, yeah. Jeez.
I think it came out as like the biggest opening day.
Biggest opening day, not
Ever.
the biggest opening weekend.
Yeah, no, second biggest opening.
Lost out to Avengers Endgame by about 400 million, which is pretty
Still crazy.
Or 350 million or something stupid. Like it was like 890 million versus 1.25 or something, like, which is insane. Opening weekend for...
Absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, Spider-Man's the hero to do it out of any of the singular heroes. Just awesome.
Good word of mouth.
Zendaya's husband is doing a great job.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's really interesting. Like, as we said, great word of mouth. They've done well, like getting in on a cast that has been sort of grown into their popularity, like alongside the franchise. So it's like externally of the franchise as well. It's not like they are relying on this. Like we obviously see Zendaya and Tom Holland are both in the Odyssey as well, which is like a huge phenomenon. So there's all these things sort of riding well for them at the moment, which is great.
It's crazy.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Big.
I think next I had a couple of bits of casting news, which are quite exciting bits, I think, personally. First of all, we've had a bunch of stuff come out for the new X-Men, which is supposed to be, I believe, a younger X-Men cast.
Yeah, I think if you look at who they've sort of spoken about in relation to the X-Men, I mean, I saw something about Jensen Ackles being considered for Magneto. Like, that tells you
things like that. So, there was, what have we got? We've got Samara Weaving was officially cast as Emma Frost.
Correct.
Which, amazing casting.
Awesome.
Samara Weaving's great.
Yep.
Another Aussie, which is awesome to see. There's a couple of rumoured ones which I think are very exciting. You've got Kaylee Spaney, who you would have seen in...
Alien
Romulus. To be Rogue, which I'm like all on board for.
She was in something else recently.
She was, and I can't remember what it is
what
either.
was it? Anyway, doesn't matter.
There's been a lot of hot rumours around Indy Navarrete from Obsession playing a multitude of characters, but one of the biggest ones is Mystique. Yep. Which would be cool.
I'd like that. Yeah.
That'd be great. For a little while there, Cooper Hoffman was rumoured to be a Cyclops, which I think is terrible casting.
I don't
Nothing
know who
against
he is.
Cooper Hoffman, I just don't see him as Cyclops.
Yeah.
But now the latest one I've seen was Kit Connor.
I did see that one.
Way more on board with.
I saw that one.
I think that would be a good casting if that is. Apparently he's in talks. Which cool. The other stuff is the Zelda movie, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Samara Weaving also got cast in that.
Samara Weaving again. Sam Neill as well. This is going to be his final role. So I believe he's already shot stuff or voiced stuff. I don't know.
Is he Ganon?
No. So that's my next bit. Uli Latukifu has been confirmed as Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
He was Young Rock.
He was Young Rock, and he is an Aussie as well. His older brother, Hal.
Aussie or New Zealand? Aussie.
His older brother, Hal, used to run the hip-hop show on Triple J, and I've opened for him. So, when he was cast as Young Rock, I was like, cool.
He was in Black Adam. He was in Alien Covenant.
Yeah. So he's done a few things.
Ganondorf. Sam Neill is still undisclosed.
Yeah.
But it's obviously been shot. But that'll be really cool for his last role. Yeah. Very excited for that. I know we've already got casting for Zelda and Link. They are two young actors that I think fit the role. They look great. Yep. But it's cool to see some of these.
And they're filming in New Zealand at the moment too. So
perfect.
It all makes sense. Fantastic.
Perfect backdrop.
As we know, when you've got some fantastical...
You've got elves, go to New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rule. And it worked. Yeah. So, that's a good one. On my end... we discussed this a while ago, that there was, alternate bids petitioning to do either a new Game of Thrones series or a Game of Thrones film regarding this particular time in the lore of Game of Thrones, Aegon's Conquest, which is, you know, a big part of the lore is this sort of thing that happened, and like where some of the characters tie in directly to them, and the dragons and all of those sorts of things come from this. They were petitioned initially with, it was Mattson Tomlin who did the Batman, who wrote the Batman, had pitched a TV series about it, and he was working on something for that. And then Bo Wilkinson, I think his name is, who did Andor, pitched a movie, and they've officially confirmed, so he'd done Andor and House of Cards, and they've officially confirmed Aegon's Conquest film with Bo Wilkinson is in the works. It's happening. It'll be happening, releasing post 2027. So
very nice.
That all that means is it's not coming out next year, and we could see it whenever. Yep. But it feels like, you know, when you're taking 2 years to do a season of House of the Dragon, which is 8 episodes long.
Yes.
It's probably going to take a little longer. Although I would say if they've been going back and forth, then maybe the script's already ready to go, you know, like if that's what they were like waiting for, to see these two versions, well then Bo Wilkinson's obviously pitched this, because I think we were talking about it 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, I do remember talking about it.
So that's gone ahead, which is quite cool. Another one of my personal favorite actresses at the moment has just been announced or spotted filming a rom-com in London. It's Rebecca Ferguson, who
great.
She's amazing in everything. Always love her. Watching Silo at the moment.
I love watching her interviews too.
Oh, she's hilarious.
She's so laid back, and she's just like.
I don't think she does any interviews without having a drink first, and I think that shows. Rebecca Ferguson rules. It's Rebecca Ferguson and Greta Lee, which is interesting.
Oh, cool.
Gay rom-com in the works, I guess, between them or their friends, and there's a man involved. But I think that Rebecca Ferguson may be gay, so. It makes sense, you know.
Sure.
But those are the two names attached, so cool.
Exciting.
And yeah, every time I see her in anything, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
You know, she killed it in Mission Impossible, kills it in Silo.
She's in Dune. Mission Impossible is
badass.
Peak. Love it.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
That's one there. Now I had some more news. Rob Schneider is back.
He's back.
He's back in pog form. No,
he's back in trouble.
We were discussing Grown Ups 3 is officially happening.
Yep.
All of that's going ahead, and we had sort of said, "Ooh, is Rob Schneider going to be back?" Because I know Adam Sandler particularly is notably anti-Trump.
Yep.
And Rob Schneider has become a massive MAGA supporter to the point where he's like every MAGA person's favorite comedian now. Like he's like the face of
he
comedy.
Crossed that border of like people started to hate him because of it, and then the MAGA side went, "We love him." And
he's been my favorite comedian forever.
His career went.
But very obviously a niche audience there.
Yes.
So there was talk of, you know, is he going to come back? But as you said, Adam Sandler said, like, he's my buddy, and we just don't.
With Sandler,
we just don't talk politics.
It's not an issue. Like. We're not,
but like I know that like
whatever.
it's at the point where like his daughter has disowned him over it.
I saw
like there's
that.
a whole thing there where she refuses to talk to him. So that is interesting. While we're talking about stars from, you know, the 80s and 90s, George Jetson has been cast in a Jetsons movie.
Oh, live action or
live action?
Oh, okay.
Meet George Jetson, Jim Carrey.
No,
Jim Carrey has been cast in a Jetsons movie.
I love it, because I love that Jim Carrey's whole philosophy now is like, I'm not coming back unless the script is pure gold.
And then he does like Sonic 3, and then and I think I'm
Sonic
pretty sure he's doing Sonic 4.
Pure gold.
And I just love it. You know, everything great.
Hell yeah. You know? He's having fun again though.
Yeah,
right? That's what I mean. Like Sonic 3, he is. You can
Jim
see
Carrey
him having
clearly went through an existential crisis.
Yeah.
He went through a period there where he was just like pre-Sonic, but like before, like, did you see his show Kidding, where he played like the comedian whose wife had died, or his kid had died or something.
I'd never watched
it. Was quite, like, it was good, but it was quite like just not what you expect out of him, which is sort of interesting and But yeah, there you go. So that's that, and then
love to see Jim Carrey back at it.
And then here's the big one, Barbie 2. You've seen what's going on with Barbie 2?
No, I've heard it's in a bit of trouble.
All right, so there was talks of Barbie 2. Now, obviously,
we're like 6 years post Barbie 2. It was 2020, wasn't it? Or 2020? No,
it's 2023.
That's right.
It was after Barbenheimer,
COVID.
post-COVID.
Still, we're like almost coming up 4 years after.
Yeah, and obviously it was a massive hit for the studio. Now you've got stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, and Greta Gerwig, who notably is about to release a new version of Narnia, which they're expecting to be this massive franchise. They will probably continue it. It's based on a version of Narnia that we haven't seen before. So yeah, very cool. Like one of the different books. That's
Three
like a prequel.
very busy people.
Yes.
Trying to get them to come back for a movie.
Now they've said, hey, you know how we did Barbie last time and it was like the biggest film of the year? Yeah, we want more money. And here we are. Now, aggressive negotiations have begun, but from what I hear, David Zaslav is not super keen on paying them, which has caused a bit of strife where it's like may not even happen. I mean, I feel like there's an option, but you know, someone suggested maybe they're thinking it's going to be like a Joker 2 situation, which they don't want another Joker 2 situation.
Barbie was great. I think it was a brilliant movie. I think it stands alone as a brilliant movie. I don't necessarily see it needing a big sequel.
But if there's money behind it
Yeah.
and they're going to do it, do you feel like...
I'd happily take it.
Do you feel like they can do it without those three?
No, not at all.
No.
And I hate to say this, but maybe without Greta, if she's not interested.
Yeah, but her husband wrote the script and she directed it. It's like they were so entwined.
I was going to say, you can like feel her fingerprints all over it. You get someone else in, it's going to be a very different movie.
And I feel like that's it. I feel like what's going to happen is Barbie 2 will go ahead without any of those three attached. There will be a much lower budget. It'll come out. It'll do nothing. Yeah, because they'll go, we can make the same thing for nothing. And it, you know, Barbie is sort of this film that like hid in a bubble. It's like, it came out against Oppenheimer. There was the Barbenheimer thing, which is never going to be replicated, despite everyone trying to replicate it Doomsday. They keep trying to do this. It's just not going to happen again. It was these like opposing audiences that saw each other's films, which is why Barbie hit 1 point something billion and why Oppenheimer hit 980 million. Huge. But that was a one-time thing. Now, not to say that Barbie, like I don't think that, like I think Oppenheimer probably got more out of Barbie than vice versa, but I also think that it was one of those things where it was like, you know, it's in a bubble. I don't think Barbie 2 hits $1 billion.
I don't know. If they got everyone back, I could see it doing really well.
They'd have to have a pretty solid...
That's it, and it's going to be another couple years before they have that, I think, if they're not already actively developing it. If Greta and her husband, I think it's Noah Baumbach, are not actively involved and like written a script that they're like hyped about, now, like I'm like, this is going to be 3 years minimum before we're seeing anything.
Yeah, so 2029 maybe, then it becomes a 6-year gap.
Yeah, and it's like, yes, it could still do well, but I don't see it doing as well. Like it was one of those things that I think they needed to capitalize on.
So do we think
early.
do we think they're making the right decision by holding off? Or do you think...
I don't know. I just really think it's, if they're not interested enough to be coming back, like, when I'm saying that Greta's the one that could be replaced, is that she's
not
the one I
her
see
that is holding it up though. It's the money issue with David Zaslav. So
yeah.
Everything that I'm seeing is they want to do it, but they want to do it for the money because the first one did well. Yeah. Which, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's exactly it. You know, that's how the game works. You make pennies on the first one, it does really well, so then you have power to negotiate going into the next one. We've done this, it was a huge success for you, and we think that we can do it again. Or you want enough that it justifies what you didn't get the first time.
Yes. Yeah.
Either way, Barbie 2 makes 600 million, you're still up if you've paid them. It's just flip it on its head, you know?
Definitely.
So
I would like to see them all come back and do a great job.
I just think Warner Brothers is sort of like up in the air with the whole Paramount
100%
thing,
they're up
and
in the
like
air, yeah.
they're not sure what's going on or anything like that. I know David Ellison came out the other day and said like we will commit to 30 films a year released as Paramount and Warner Brothers if between Paramount
Together
and Warner Brothers.
or each? Because it was each.
Was it each?
Apparently, at first it was each. And
I didn't see.
All of the people were like, "You're not going to be able to do that."
Yeah,
like that's a lot of movies
it
to
is
pump
a lot
out
of movies, yeah.
as two studios.
Yeah.
Like, good luck. And
Yeah.
I think now is probably being like, "Oh, we're going to put out 30 movies."
Yeah, right.
Or, like, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's.
I just saw it in a glance. So
Yeah.
But interesting, regardless.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, because then it was like 90 TV shows, and I was like,
Yeah,
that feels like a lot.
I feel like we really need to get away from this, like, more, like, trying to give everyone this.
How about better?
Yeah, like everyone's just like, announce 14 TV shows that are going to all follow on from each other, and we'll cancel 13 of them and make one that's okay.
Yeah.
DC.
Agreed. Yeah. Anyway.
Leading into your next piece of news.
No, I mean, I don't even really, like, we had more cancellations from DC. Paradise Lost was cancelled, Waller was cancelled. Waller was, everything that I've heard about Waller over the last few years was that it was like a show that was an idea that was supposed to be something else, and then it was like twisted into being like a Peacemaker season 2 thing, but then that got delayed, so Peacemaker season 2 became something else, and then this was supposed to be a spin-off that sort of tied it, like, it's just been a mess. Paradise Lost was supposed to be Game of Thrones, set on the Amazonian island. It feels like all of the pitches were like Lanterns is another example. Lanterns is supposed to be True Detective and Fargo, but with a Green Lantern ring. It's like he's gone in and said, what if we do Game of Thrones, Wonder Woman, True Detective, Green Lantern, Big Bang Theory, Jimmy Olsen. Like it's like every successful show, and then he's just like slapped one of the characters on it. So
Interesting. You pointed out this morning that Nicholas Hoult has been cast as Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes, in Harry
season
Potter
2.
Now, that's not necessarily going to take him out for a massive amount of time,
but it's a TV series.
It's a significant portion post Man of Tomorrow, and I think a lot of the speculation is Man of Tomorrow is coming out, and there's nothing that's like there's stuff that's been announced, but there's no date set or anything post. You know, like we've got this Jimmy Olsen series, we've got everything that is happening with DC post Man of Tomorrow is
easily cancelable.
Is a TV show.
Yeah.
So it sort of feels like, you know, you've got all of this stuff in the works, but everything's a TV show and nothing has a date post that, whereas it sort of feels like when he was announcing all of this stuff, we would be getting another film. Like, granted, by the time you release Man of Tomorrow, it's one film a year that they've done.
It just feels very unsure at the moment.
Yeah.
And James Gunn's contract is up very soon.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of speculation.
My understanding is it's up in November, and that he's getting the extension as a creative through till Man of Tomorrow, but I don't see Man of Tomorrow doing even the numbers that Superman did. I don't think they're going to have the marketing budget the same way, particularly after Supergirl. I don't see them having the marketing budget the way they did with Superman, which was launching a universe. It was like, we need to get this, make sure everybody's aware of what's going on. I feel like it's either that or they go all in because it's the last hurrah and it needs to do well. But if the more they spend, the more they need to make.
Yeah.
So
it's feeling very unsure.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. Like, I'm a huge DC fan. You're a huge DC fan. I much prefer DC characters to Marvel characters.
Agreed.
But even I've started to be swayed recently of like, hey, like Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah,
like
it was
one of my
awesome,
favorite
and
movies.
it was a good movie, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it was a great movie, and I mean, granted, it's Spider-Man. If I'm looking at any Marvel character,
yes,
it's
100%.
Spider-Man. but yeah, it's a real shame to see that they just sort of can't seem to. Like, I think that the thing that has always sort of felt the issue was, you know, we've had Man of Steel, we had an idea, and then it sort of started working, and then they pivoted. And obviously that's where I don't agree with the initial pivot, but then they sort of pivoted like 3 or 4 more times. So like then my problem started to be like less, okay, well, you're not doing the thing I like anymore, but can we just pick a lane and just stay in it?
Stick to something.
So like regardless of my personal feelings on how the DCU has been, I've watched it all, and at least there is a consistency in what the story is. It's sort of like, okay, well, let's just let it build and let's let it grow. And now we're hitting a point where it's like, oh, but we're canceling projects and we're doing these like things that are, there's no, as we said, there's no foundation. It's just like throwing things at the wall. And yes, at least it's consistent. That's a positive. But like, could we consistently just get like, all right, we're doing a Wonder Woman movie, we're doing a Flash movie, we're doing a Green Lantern. Like Green Lantern as a series is an interesting choice regardless. It's hard to justify. Like I think someone like Peacemaker is a good character to put in as a TV series. Someone like, 2 of your core Green Lanterns, like come on.
Yeah, no, it just seems like such a waste.
But this is an idea that was like pulled from a previous idea that they'd already written 8 episodes of from Green Lanterns in the mid-2000s, 2020s or the early 2020s when they were up in the air. Like, they had this series that was supposed to be set over like 4 generations of Green Lanterns, and we were going to see 4 different Green Lanterns that all sort of tied in. Yeah, so I don't know. I just, at this point, what I would like, I think, is for it all to end, come back to us post 2030. If you want to do a universe again, like you'll be far enough away from Marvel that you probably can then have your reign doing a universe, but I just feel like now it's not working. It's not the time.
I think that's probably it's not the time. Let Matt Reeves continue on with just Batman. Let's just do Batman.
Let's just finish up what Matt Reeves is doing, and then let's look again at 2035 and go, cool, now we're going to kick it off again, and we're going to actually lay some dates and cast Batman and cast Superman and cast Wonder Woman, and we're going to do it as a series in 2035 and kick it off properly,
I mean, the biggest DC news we had this week was Zack Snyder skipping rocks.
Yeah. And attending Warner Brothers.
Yes, So, I mean, there has actually...
No, that's not true.
The talks with Marvel.
Guy Gardner is appearing in the Mr. Terrific... No, the Mr. Miracle animated show.
Oh, cool. No one cares.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion and freaking Frank Grillo are the cause, like the 2 main characters in the universe, and it's insane. It's insane. Guy Gardner and what's his name? Someone senior?
Frank Grillo Senior. I think.
No, not Frank Grillo. That's his name. Like that's.
No, but isn't it?
He does sound like a superhero name, though. Frank Grillo, doesn't he?
Rick Flag Senior.
Rick Flag Senior. Like that's where I'm at. Like I've lost Rick Flag's name, and I love Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
And anyway,
it's frustrating. But did you hear that Zack Snyder has apparently been in talks?
I've heard some stuff.
Had some meetings with Kevin Feige.
I've heard for years that they've wanted him for World War Hulk.
Oh, okay.
And
after
I could
seeing
that.
New Day, we could.
It's interesting. I could have seen him doing Ghost Rider.
He would have been a brilliant choice for Ghost Rider.
I could see him. I don't know about X-Men. Maybe I think he would really bring something cool to the X-Men. And
he would do an awesome job with that.
I think there's enough like grounded stories. Like if you're talking Magneto, if you're talking Professor X, like those.
He would do something special with X-Men if they let him. That's my worry, is if he is having talks, if they're going to let him.
I feel like at this point with him, you know what you're getting, and if you're going to bring him in, you're bringing him in, and also he's not going to just do anything anymore. I think he's got like the benefit of everything that happened is that he's got like a fan base now that will support him, that he can take to wherever.
He's just doing little side projects and loves them, and I'm like, I can't wait for the last photograph.
Yeah, the last photograph looks cool. And he's apparently, I don't know, he wanted to do something with 300.
Yeah. Skipping Rocks. Loved that
Rocks,
too.
Yeah, just so random. Anyway, that's all the news.
He manufactured a rock to skip.
He makes clay, he makes clay pots and stuff. It's very cool.
It's so good.
Anyway, just living life. Yeah, so that is the news for the week, and hopefully there's more to it.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the X-Men casting. I think Samara Weaving is going to do a great job.
Great.
Emma Frost, someone I saw said casting Samara Weaving as Emma Frost and then having a young X-Men group around it sort of suggests that maybe she's leading the team at this point, and we might not see Professor X and we might not see Magneto.
Which I'm okay with. I need some different things.
I'd like to see them, but I am happy, again, throw Jensen Ackles in there and I'm okay with that.
Any thoughts for Wolverine?
Yes, actually, I've said this for a long time. It'd be interesting now because of the other casting that I don't want to spoil on here about who we've seen. But Dacre Montgomery, who is known for Jason the Red Ranger in the 2017 Power Rangers, Billy from Stranger Things. Yes. So he's an Australian actor as well. You're going with the Hugh Jackman stuff. He's the right age for it. I think he's the right he's got the right stuff for it. It just feels...
The other hot one has always been Taron Egerton, as people have put him up. I think
because he's short.
A bit shorter, yeah. Wolverine's usually quite short. He's 5 foot tall or something like that. Versus Hugh Jackman's 6'4", I think he is. So we'll see. Someone suggested Elliot Page as a comic accurate height. I was like,
whatever. I just think, I think obviously the obvious choice is Danny DeVito.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, other than that, I think Dacre Montgomery could do it.
Danny DeVito as Wolverine.
Yeah, that's it. He would be so good. And they just don't acknowledge that he's 80 years older than everyone else.
The stunt double is someone that like looks like Hugh Jackman, jumps down, and then they just Texas switch like, Danny DeVito, and he's just like,
yeah, so that's it. That is the movie news for the week. Let's call it here, and yeah, we'll be back next week with more.
We'll see you then.
See you then.